perhaps nothing more unsettling than dropping off our young child at a caregiver's home or at preschool and having them fall apart at the seams. They have their little faces and their little noses pressed up against the window as we're walking away, and they're sobbing and they're beside themselves, and it's heartbreaking to us as parents to witness that. And yet it is a incredibly normal part of learning to separate and learning to individuate from parents. And it's tough when you're a little guy or a little gal and you're away from your primary attachment figure. But Lynn and I have 5 little known secrets that can help ease separation anxiety. Nothing is perfect, but these things can really help your little one understand separation and help make things a little easier than they already are. So the first one is keeping your own emotions in check, and that is vital. And we kind of have a theme going here, as if you haven't noticed, that our emotions have a big impact on our child's emotions. And so even if we aren't telling our child, I'm going to miss you, I'm going to be so sad when I drop you off, even if we're not saying that, it's like these little molecules of emotions that are floating around, and our children are very receptive to that, and they really can sense that and feel that in a very palpable way. And so we have to get really clear with our confidence and our belief in our caregiver that we have selected for our child, that he or she will be providing the best care possible for our child in our absence. And when we can kind of get it together in our own head, we're well on the road to helping our child do better with these separations as well. The next one is doing something that everyone plays at home already, but know that these are really important games to play with your child. Playing hide and seek with a little bit of an older child who may be in preschool or kindergarten who's having separation issues, and playing peekaboo with younger children. Both of these games provide a mini experience, if you will, of children having these many separations from mom and from dad. And it also gives them the concept that even though mom goes away, or even though dad goes away during peekaboo or during hide and seek, we always come back together. And that is kind of the point that we want to drive home to kids. Even when we're apart, we always come back together. And so hide and seek and peekaboo, play those often, and that really does help your child develop that sense of object constancy. And that means when things aren't there, they still exist. So even though mom or dad are out of sight, they still exist. So important games. Make sure you continue to play those with your children. The next thing would be what we call bibliotherapy, which basically is read all about it. So get some good books from the library that talk about separation and talk about children being apart from their parents and learning to cope with that and learning to manage their emotions as a result of those separations. So a couple that come to my mind would be The Kissing Hand and The Invisible String, and those are available in most local libraries. And if your local library doesn't carry it, you should ask if you could get it on interlibrary loan so that you can read that all snuggled up with your kids at nighttime or in the morning before they even go away to school or daycare. And the next piece that we want to consider is giving our child a Huggy Bear or a blankie. And those are called transitional objects. And that means that that is a comfort item that acts as kind of a replacement, if you will, even though there's no replacement for a parent, that it's something that can give me comfort in the absence of that parent. So a Huggy Bear, a stuffed animal, a blankie, a lovey, whatever you call it in your home. Kids sometimes give them their own names, and we know some children save those for their whole life, and some kids even take those away to college with them because it becomes such a symbolic thing in their life. I remember being in college and having a kid having a teddy bear sitting on their bed that they received from a parent when they were very, very young. So the final piece that we want to keep in mind as we're dealing with separation anxiety would be a little concept called pedal in my pocket. And this is one that Lynn came up with just the other day when we were talking on the phone, that if you drew a flower or you drew a petal from a flower, keeping with the bloom theme, and each person could draw something on that, the child could draw a favorite memory of you, of the parents, of mom and dad, so that when they're away, they can keep that petal in their pocket and they can pull it out and look at it and remember, oh yeah, here's a favorite memory of mom and dad, and I'm going to get to do that today when they come and pick me up like they always do. And also, you as a parent can do a pedal in my pocket also and draw a favorite memory of your child and show it to your child and take it with you. Stick it in your briefcase or your purse or your tote bag. And it's kind of a fun little activity to do as a family. Lots more activities to be found on Bloom, and we'll see you there.